Today I want to work on this clock, something that came to me through an auction a few months ago and finally got round to it, and does need a lot of work. Right, again it's black slate, black marble, whatever you want to call them. Dusty old thing, it's filthy, it's obviously been sitting around somewhere for ages. Got these brass columns and these, what do you call those things? Like relief carvings or whatever you want to call them. They're going to need cleaning. I'm going to want to try and get to all these things to clean them. Now, on the top here you can see where there would have been an ornament or something like that, which is now missing. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to fill the holes, and also what you can see is quite a bad break. There you go, there, which I'm going to attempt to remold and fill, and I'm going to try and make it look as good as possible. Just a general look around the clock. As I say, it's filthy, probably hasn't run for ages. Lovely dial, although it's a bit faded. Something else that I'm thinking that I might have a go at restoring, which is the numbers, which are kind of worn out now. It might be something I'm going to have a go at, or I might just leave it as it is. Round the back, it's got the cover, and there you can see inside. It's not a filthy looking mechanism. Might well have been serviced at some point, but I know it's not working because I tried to get it working, so the mechanism's going to need to be overhauled. So first job will be to take out the mechanism. First I'll remove the pendulum. You can see, and you undo these two nuts here, or screws. They normally do come out quite easily. Hold the front of the clock to stop it from tipping forward. There you go. And now when I turn it back to the front, this should just come away. And there we are. As I said, as I expected, it is actually quite filthy inside there. I was a bit fooled by the shiny-ish back plate there, but inside it's actually really bad. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt on there. Now, because I want to clean these brass columns up and make it all look shiny, because I like shiny, as you can see here and here, not so much there. I'm going to try, when I find a bit I'm looking for somewhere, I want to try and separate all of this so that I can lift these out, because this is obviously put together as they went along. So obviously put the columns in and then put the other bits on top, etc. So because I recently, that's a nice interesting tag down there. Because I recently received a clock in the post and it all fell to pieces, I'm thinking, well, they do fall to pieces, so how hard can it be to try and separate all of this, lift all that off, so I can get these columns off and give them a real good polish up, and then maybe knock out these relief thingies, whatever you call them, and give everything a really nice polish up. The rest of the case, other than that crack there, is actually really good. It's in really good condition. So looking forward to putting this one together. Right. I really don't know what I'm doing. And I'm probably doing things the wrong way, but here goes. I'm going to use this old knife, a small hammer. I'm going to try and separate this whole bit off in one go. Then I can just knock off the top of the columns. Also got this scraper blade. Feels like it's getting under there. Yeah, it's definitely working underneath there. Yeah, I'm under. Got it. I think I've. There you go. Brilliant. Ah. That's exactly what I wanted. Well, that's exactly what I wanted. Lovely. And they'll lift off two. Just a close up of where I've got so far. So you can see there are little pins on the bottom of the columns which go into these locating holes, so I haven't got to worry about where they go and getting them to be all nice and symmetrical and everything. The plaster separated pretty easily, a lot easier than I thought it would, which shows you really how fragile these clocks are. Now what I'll do is I'm going to probably want to take off the top of this so that I can get that out, same as that side as well. There's not too much dismantling. Lovely. just checking here because there's plaster. How deep is it? How deep it goes. Ah, that's it. Basically, I'm just looking for the top of the little brass plaque. Just cleaning off the plaster of Paris. Just try and find the back. Oh, there it is. It's actually quite thin. Now I'm worried. Yeah, it's quite a thin sheet. I can just sort of tease it off. Without ruining it. There you go. Oh, there you go. And there is the impression underneath. Just do the same to the other side and start cleaning. So there we have it. 6 columns and 2 little plaques. And they're quite cute. And you can see like little scenes of cherubs doing whatever cherubs do. I'm looking forward to getting these all polished up. Now I'll just pop these into the ultrasonic cleaner. I'm going to leave them for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so once it's heated up and see how they come out. Right, while the columns and bits and pieces are in the soak for now, I'll clean up the rest of the marble clock. So I've got myself a bucket of warm water, Scotch-Brite and a paintbrush and a piece of cloth to wipe it all with. Just soak it all up. The brush is good because it gets into all the crevices. And just to stop it from soaking all over the place, I'm using the rag to pick it up. As I say, it's only fairy liquid I'm using. So I know some of the harsher chemicals can bleach the marble. I learnt that the hard way. Now that it's all been cleaned up, it's gone quite dull, but that I'm not worried about. I know I can get it to look shiny. I want to try and restore this part to match as best as I can this area here. I use Milliput. It's this 2-part stuff that you knead together like that, and till it becomes one colour, and then just sort of press it and mould it in place. And then you can shape it, file it, whatever you need to do with it. Right, now that I've got it to colour, glasses on. So what I like to do first of all is take a bit of it and kind of really press it into the grain of the area which I'm going to repair. just to make sure that it adheres. So, pushing it in there. Then the rest of it is just, I don't know, trying to replicate what's already there. I'll build this up more than what it needs and sand it back afterwards. While I'm at it, any other little chips that I see that I don't like this one here, I'll repair. And just generally go around the clock looking for whatever needs repairing. While that milliput is going off, I thought I'll take apart the mechanism ready for cleaning. So the first thing I'll do is, where's my glasses? Here they are. Take the hands off. And they're rusted quite badly. This one's called, says Roger Paris. So some bloke in Paris called Roger made this clock. Interesting, isn't it? Undo the normally 3 screws which hold the bezel on. Screwdriver ain't fine enough. Let me have a go with my watchmaker's screwdrivers. There you go. One. 2. 3. And that's the mechanism away from the bezel. See what we can see in there. Like a dead insect there. Now I like to take photographs as I go along because I don't always remember how to put these things back together. And the next thing I'll take off is this striker. These little pins can go flying. Take off this bit, whatever they call it. That's the timing adjuster which is falling out. Just went and got this electrical screwdriver, which has got a much more slimmer head blade, whatever I call it. There you go. Yeah, the parts are quite rusty on here. Now I want to take this ring off. No, not ideal if I'm going to use these side cutters. This is quite tight. There you go. Three, and that's that off. Put them away. At this point, I make use of my clock mechanism holders. Do it with the side cutters again. I know I shouldn't. It comes out so much easier. Of course, there's a danger of just snipping that cut in half. I'll get rid of that. Right, I suppose this is the stage where I've got to let down the springs. I haven't got a proper tool, so I just improvise. Right, so as I say, I don't have the tool, so I'm going to use one of these, and that's it. Make sure it fits on properly, and hold the tension with my hand and just do it slowly as I click by click. And there's a lot of tension in this spring. That's all the tension from this one released, as you can see, and just got to work on that one, and then I can carry on taking the rest of the bits off. Okay, so tension off. A screwdriver is not going to work today. what you'll come across sometimes when you're taking these apart are little marks. Right here you see these two little dots. That corresponds with these two little dots. So when you take out the spring to change it, clean it, or whatever you're going to do, you're putting together everything back in the same barrel. This one's got a W. There's nothing on there. I'm just going to put a W myself. That way I know those two go together. And on here, I'll write W. And on here, I'll scratch two little dots so I know where those bits go. This one, I can remember struggling, thinking like, what am I supposed to do here? Let me just get rid of that. That little flag bit there is well, like kind of what sets the, I don't know the technical names, what sets the amount of chimes and things like that. That's just got to slot off. And there you are, there's the bit. I've got to demagnetise these tweezers. And there's, I think I might have bent it slightly. I'll put that on the lathe and try and straighten it out or something. And there we are. All the parts ready for cleaning. So before I run everything through the clock cleaner, I'm going to put them through the ultrasonic just to get most of the grime off.